May here. Today is going to be a beautiful day, so we decided that we're going to go for kayak. And many of you have asked about the kayak that we carry. It is an inflatable, so we thought we would do a video to show you how we get that ready to go. So as you can see, I'm wearing a really big backpack. That is our two-person kayak. It is a Driftsun, and it probably weighs about 40 to 50 pounds, so not something that you're gonna hike very far, but you could easily put on your back and get down to a beach. I am gonna take this out of the backpack and show you what it looks like, but before we get started, let me show you the other things that we carry with us. So over here we have our paddles. They come apart, and so you just put those together, but where they come apart, they're much easier to store. And then we also have our life vests over here, one for each of us. And you probably can't see it on the other side, but we carry a little tiny dry bag that we use for our cell phones or our keys. And then we also have like a slightly bigger dry bag that we'll put like clothing in, or maybe our towels or something like that. So let me get this off my back and let's get started. All right, here we go. We've got our backpack off. I'm gonna lay it down. And these are just little straps to help kind of condense it, make it a little easier to carry. It's a really nice quality bag because this has gotten kind of dirty. It's been on the beach. I mean, we try to really take care of things and keep them clean, but still there's some dirt that's gotten in that zipper and it still works great, which is awesome. This is our hand pump. Comes with a gauge. And then we have the hose for it. Okay, let's get this out of here. So this right here is the whole kayak. Let's turn it around so you can see a little closer where I'm going to end up blowing it up. Now we just unfold it. There we go. So this is the whole inflatable piece of the kayak. In the bag we also have the seat and the footrest, which I'll show you once we get it blown up. So to start with, there's the floor, and then there's the two side bladders. So the suggested way to do this is to start by blowing up each of the side bladders just a little bit, like less than half full, but that helps to make sure that the floor part of it stays tucked under, and then we'll disconnect and then we'll start to blow up the floor. And once we get that at its max PSI, then I'll finish blowing up the sides. So these are the little things right here. Kind of like, if any of you have seen a paddle board, very similar. So we'll get that hooked up to our hand pump and get it started. Twist that in there. Okay, we have it all hooked up and I'm gonna start pumping it up. One of the important things to look at when you're starting to pump it up is to make sure that you're on the inflate side of the pump and not the deflate side of the pump. So we are, and we have it connected through our gauge, which will help us make sure that we get to that PSI, that recommended PSI. So we're just gonna start hand pumping it. As you can see, just pumping it up is a pretty good workout, never mind the kayak. But they do make inflators that you can use for this. We've just stuck with a hand pump for now. But as you can see, it's starting to fill up nicely. I'm gonna blow it up just a little bit more, and then I'll do the other side, and then we'll go to the floor, okay? And then I'll show you what it's like when we get it all pumped up. All right, so here we go. We have it fully blown up. We have 3 PSI on each of the side bladders and 6 PSI on the floor. It usually only takes like less than 10 minutes to do it by hand. Next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna put the seats in. These are what the seats look like. They have Velcro on the bottom. They unfold. And what we'll do is it sits right here on this Velcro. It has clips in the back. The top clip clips to the side right here. And then the bottom clip clips behind it. There we go. And so this top holds you upright. So I like to have that one a little tighter. So it keeps me pretty well upright. And then in front of that seat, we'll have the footrest. Also Velcro. So we put it in here just like so. Velcro points to the back. You can put it for your feet to be on or your knees to be on, whichever way you like it. I'm gonna get the other one set up and then we'll talk about the whole thing overall. Okay, let's take a tour of this kayak. We have it all blown up. The seats in, we have the footrests in. So here is the front. What you'll see here is this is actually a GoPro camera mount. These are additional clips, so you can change up where you want to put the seat. This is a 2-person kayak, but you can actually put your one seat in the middle and use it as a single. So there's the seat that I just showed you that I was putting in. Let's see what the back looks like. There's those clips and then the adjustments. You have the second seat right there and its footrest. On the inside, right here, you have that self-bailing port. We have those in I think we have 6 of those. Then we come along to the back of it. These were the ports that we used to blow it up. Comes with a really nice handle, rugged, easy to carry. Then one thing I'm going to show you on the bottom, we're going to lift this up. That's where you'll put its skeg. So that comes down into the water, keeps you straight, and that's it. Okay, so just a couple final statements. Let's talk a little bit about its specifications. The reason that we bought this is its weight. I had mentioned that it weighed 40 to 50 pounds. That's with all of our stuff in it. The boat itself and its backpack weighs just under 30 pounds. And then it also has a payload of over 600 pounds. We could carry gear in it if we wanted to, and not have to worry about weight. It is about 12.5 feet long. It is rated up to a class 3 whitewater. And again, its name, it's a Driftsun Rover 220. The 220 is because it's the 2-person kayak, the tandem. There is a single kayak version of this as well. I'm not sure what the number is for that one, but you'll have to go on their website and check it out. All right, hope you enjoyed the video, gave you some good information, and happy kayaking. So the first thing we've done is we've already taken out one of the seats and one of the foot or knee pads, whichever way you like to use it. I left one in so that you can see what it looks like. These are really easy. There's Velcro. I take those out. The seats themselves are also just clip-ins. I find it a little unclip these. There you go, the seat is out. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up these valves. So same valves where we filled it. Just open these real quick. And if you look in here, see this little valve piece right here? I'm going to push this and let a little air out. Okay, so now that we've let a little bit of the air out, we're going to take our pump, the same one that we used to inflate it, and we're going to attach it to deflate it. If you look at the top of it, you want to leave your valve on the inflate side, and when you're deflating it, you want to make sure that you're hooking into the deflate side.
We're gonna stop the video for a second. We're gonna get this done, and we'll let you know exactly how long it took us. Video.
Okay, so maybe we stopped it for 2 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna show you what it looks like as we take the last little bit of air out of this one. See how it sucked it nice and flat right there? Now, inflating and deflating can be great exercise. Even though it doesn't take that much effort. But they do make things that you can purchase that just work off a battery that you can inflate and deflate with. We don't happen to have one. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like to fold this up and get it back in its bag. We tend to do this as a two-person job because there are two of us, but it's not necessary. There. Now we're going to put it in the bag. Make sure this is all nice and flat. Bring it a little closer. Now we've got that piece in, the rest of our stuff goes in.
And Jess, even though the paddles fit in the bag, for our storage, we would like to, we keep the paddles separate just because it's easier. We pack all this in our Thule overhead carrier, but you could put the paddles right in the bag. So.
And sometimes we even, when we're carrying it around, we'll throw our life jackets in the bag to get it into some place.
And the kayak, I believe the kayak comes all complete with all that stuff. Basically all the stuff you can see, the paddles and that, and I think it's a total weight of like 26 pounds, so it's pretty reasonable. And there is a bag, there is a side mesh over here where we keep the little keel as well as we put the pump in there. And you can see that Jess is taking the hose off the pump. It just stores a lot easier, and it just makes sure that we don't break anything, because like I said, we're going to be under the tool here.
So that can go right in there.
Yep.
We do put the holes in there.
Yeah. Thank you, Jess.
And that's it.
Good work.